I'm going to start this off by saying you guys don't hate AI enough. And this is the reason why, right? Now, listen, if you're excited for the new PS6, that's okay. Honestly, for me personally, I am excited for a new PS6, but I think we're still kind of like in this period of like we haven't, touched, the PS5 like we haven't touched the PS5's potential enough to be even like considering being like, okay, well, we have to like, move on and doing all this and that. I feel like there's still plenty of time to make PS5 games, pretty good. Kingdom Hearts 6, I mean, Kingdom Hearts 4. Oh, God, I'm already skipping Kingdom Hearts games. Kingdom Hearts 4, I want this to come out on the PS5. I don't want to wait till a PS6 release just to get Kingdom Hearts 4. That would be bad. But in any case, though, in spite of that, yeah, Sony is reportedly considering pushing back PS6 release to 2028 or even 2029 amid AI fueled chip crisis. Now, of course, if you didn't read the news a couple of months ago, you saw that a lot of these RAM companies, Nvidia, all these kind of these guys are pushing towards some AI, an AI, like push. They're starting to promote more AI and all this stuff for like I don't even know for what reason. Maybe it's for like for the AI chips and stuff like that. But because of that, their RAMs, their chips, like everything, like their hardwares and stuff like that, are actually like rising in prices. Like a lot of these, chips, a lot of these RAM storages are becoming more and more expensive, and because of that, a lot of stuff, a lot of consoles, a lot of you know just PC markets and stuff like that are just rising in prices and causing a lot of delays. So of course, yeah. So like Nvidia and Google require so much of their AI chips, with the recent CNBC report pointing that these companies are the first ones in line for the components. This will likely push up RAM prices and have a knockout. Yeah, it will have a knockout in prices. So not only will the PS6 be delayed, but it'll be super expensive. I'm not talking, oh, like an $100 increase. So instead of 500 some dollars for the PS5, for the PS6 is going to cost 600. No. I predict this game is going to these consoles are going to cost up to $800 because of this crap. It's honestly just nuts how we look at this and we already know who the culprit is. We know exactly who the culprit is. The first is that Sony is now reportedly pushing back on the debut of the PS6, which is described to be a major upset in the company's plans. I mean, yeah, of course. Meanwhile, Nintendo is reported to be considering raising the price of the Switch 2 this year, which is like, if this is what I mean. The price of the Nintendo Switch 2 already at this point, at this current stage, I personally think the Switch 2 is still relatively expensive. Like not super expensive. It's like what is the price for what is the price for a Switch 2 right now? Um, for a Switch 2, I know I'm looking it up. I'm being shut up. A Switch 2 right now is at $500. For $450 right now for Nintendo Switch 2. Keep in mind, these doesn't include any of the games or anything like that, any first party games or anything like that, right? The games themselves will cost like another 100 or something like that, right? If this thing costs $550, forget about me getting any Switch too, any Switch, because I sure as hell ain't paying $550 for a Switch. That much I can say right now, right? Like I know the Switch 2 obviously performance wise is gonna be better, but it's still relatively not as great as you would say in a PS5 or even an Xbox console, right? Like compare these these hardwares, compare their power, and you still see people like talking about how the Switch 2 might not be as powerful, and it'd be like a miracle in some cases to see certain games actually be able to run on the Switch 2, right? Like I wonder how many I don't know if it's already out yet, but I wonder how Final Fantasy 7 remake Rebirth is going to run on the Switch 2, right? Well, who knows? Uh, as a result, the recent rise in memory prices did not have a significant impact on hardware profitability in the third quarter. In addition, we do not expect any significant impact in the fourth quarter. However, if this rise in component prices lasts longer than expected and runs through the next fiscal year and beyond, it may put pressure on profitability If the situation deteriorates significantly, we will carefully assess market trends and respond. Yep. So that sounds about right. Obviously, nothing's confirmed, nothing's official, but the potential is for real. The potential is not real. So delays on a lot of hardware, price increases on current hardware, all because these dumbass companies like freaking Nvidia and Google and all these other computer graphics companies decided AI is the future. I mean, listen, man, it's only gonna hurt you guys in the long run. I'll tell you that much. But yeah, it's sad. It's really really sad that a lot of stuff will get delayed. A lot of stuff will become more expensive. A lot of stuff will become more harder to get because AI is taking over everything, and that's just a sad truth. But let me know what you guys think. Are you guys would you guys be excited for a PS6, or how are you guys feeling about the whole increase in prices for a lot of this stuff? Let me know. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time.